Hundreds of Marines have arrived in Southern California, and they're getting ready to take their place alongside National Guard troops.
And this morning, we're hearing from the general in charge of the operation, and Gigi Graciette is live in Los Alamitos with the very latest. Gigi?
That's right. We're learning more about the National Guard, the California National Guard primarily, which has been activated. 2,000 troops already here. We are live this morning at the Joint Forces Training Base in Los Alamitos, now home to those 2,000 members, primarily from the California National Guard, as they await 2,000 more National Guard, which have now been officially activated and federalized. That means they're now taking orders not from the state of California, but from the federal government. And take a look, because also in town, 700 U.S. Marines that are stationed at another base where they are undergoing civil disturbance, unrest, and crowd control training. Now, the Marines will join the National Guard in protecting federal buildings and also protecting federal ICE agency agents during their immigration enforcement operations. Now, the Major General stressed they do not perform law enforcement activities. In other words, they do not arrest people. They do have the power, of course, to detain someone and then to call a law enforcement agent to conclude the arrest. And we spoke to the Major General this morning about their training.
They are trained to use their weapons, to actually have their weapons, to do their personal protection. They're doing that. But this is crowd control. This is stuff that we do not do usually. And this is working with federal law enforcement and really working. They're in the lead. We're supporting them. It's really about protecting federal facilities and federal personnel as they do their job.
When all is said and done, there will be 4,000 National Guard in Los Angeles, along with the 700 Marines. When asked how long they are deployed for or assigned to our area, the Major General said as long as the federal government wants them here. So no end date for that. We are live this morning in Los Alamitos. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you for those details. Now, Governor Gavin Newsom is addressing the presence of the National Guard and those Marines here in Los Angeles, ordered by the Trump administration.
He accused the president of overstepping his authority and supporting violence when it suits him.
Trump, he's not opposed to lawlessness and violence as long as it serves him. What more evidence do we need than January 6th? This is about all of us. This is about you. California may be first, but it clearly will not end here. Other states are next. Democracy is next.
President Trump spoke about the immigration protests at Fort Bragg, telling the crowd he will liberate L.A. from, quote, foreign enemies. In the meantime, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says the deployment of Marines and National Guard will cost at least $134 million. That covers travel, housing, and food for the troops for 60 days. The number finally came after a tense exchange before the House Appropriations Committee. Hegseth ultimately provided the budget answers to the committee.
And throughout the morning, we will continue to monitor this story as it develops. And for the latest information on the anti-ICE protests and the response from our local, state, and federal governments, head to foxla.com.